Now hurry off before Miss...
May I ask you about Mr. Bickle's friends?
Of course.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
May I ask you about Mr. Bickle's friends?
Of course.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they...
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, and Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely...
Very well.
I knew I could... We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with...
If anyone ever knew how to keep mothers out...
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby. Revelio.
Oh, Isco.
Let me know when you've had a chance to visit Dot.
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken...
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Does have charming shop deals. I was simply saying before that I preferred Diagon Alley on account of the wider selection of merchandise.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you?
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and he said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack.
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses. I'd lose my job instantly, and...
Thank you for telling me.
I would love no... As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to...
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Well...
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hoped to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Away, Highwing! Away! Highwing! Go! Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. What do we have here? A demiguise. Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Not one has ever escaped from Azkaban. And they say it's impossible.
Bombard them! Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! Revelio! Accio! Hidden door. Revelio! Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Revelio.
Why do I always end up on patrol duty?
Revelio.
If people don't want me to steal their valuables, they better get a really good look.
Let's finish this job and be done with it. Waste of time, this is. Everyone in our hospital shouts when they see me coming.
I know you're there. There'll not be anyone there. I'm in no mood for killing. Expulsion!
Incendio. Potato.
Flash! Release the light!
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Revelio. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Oi, oi! It's not gonna work.
Revelio.
You see that girl this way? No one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Hey.
Harlow says her friend will be reckless enough. He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out. Anyone looking for trouble?
I ain't allowed back in Gladwag. On account of my life.
I may go to Hogsmeade later, stir up some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things. They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there.
I'd remember my father speak of these times. Seems now they're upon me, they tell me.
I don't mind breaking a few bones if there's a few gain.
Revelio.
Well, if you weren't so forgetful.
Girls be nothing but trouble. Well,
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend. If they're daft enough to try to come through here.
it's exhausting. Standing here all day waiting to...
Perhaps it's dinner I'm hearing.
Revelio.
How come I always draw the short straw?
Hey!
Call out for me all you want. I shall be off spending my spoils in Hogsmeade. Ha ha! Someone messing about?
Revelio.
So where are me lads in Rookwood times is glad?
What? something afoot.
I've heard centaurs quieter than you.
Expulso! Death from above!
Revelio. The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Accio. Bombarda. Revelio.
Did you hear that?
Bombarda.
That cat get on.
Revelio.
That's just the beginning.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
Using that girl as bait. Coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Just keep an eye out.
I met with the Hogsmeade later. There are some trouble. They need to
Loud as a troll you are.
Troll. Waste of my time and yours, mate.
It's Totalis. Revelio.
and right to his hell.
Ministry's never done nothing for me.
No more.
Electricity. Ha! You better. Expulso!
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
Using that girl as bait. That one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student. Don't come in here alone. Hey. I ought to pay that pretty little shopkeeper in Vegas.
Revelio.
I'm sure there's something there. Say what you will about Velver off to the estate. Who's there? What was that?
Revelio. Mr. Dallas. Revelio. Revelio.
If you last that long, expulsion free. Not that sat there, are ya?
To your knees.
Defender. Expulsion. Expulsion. Bombard. You're foolish to fight me.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
It's not gonna work. Perhaps I was the fool. Listen to you. Perhaps it's me own decisions what needs to be concentration, ain't it?
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
nuisance when supplies run low, though.
Revelio.
Looks aren't grim.
I know it's a Hogsmeade laser. Still in some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're still running things.
Ladies are so giddy when I'm around. I reckon I should call myself Billy Wig.
Revelio.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend. If they're daft enough to try to come through here.
I'm the only one left on patrol. Charming.
I drop every traveling vendor that's passed through here. They never see it coming.
Revelio.
They don't seem to care for me, Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Extraordinary desperate kids.
When we're done, I'm going straight to the hogshead. Walking ourselves as
Revelio.
Has your
You don't want me to steal the valuables, I take what I want. We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. I'll have filled us sense.
Wear your guts for garters? What a silly threat.
I raided Rockborough more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves. Let's finish this job and be done with it. Waste of time, this is. It's exhausting. Standing here all day waiting to do Hogwarts work. I know there's a Hogsmeade laser. Still in some trouble. They need to be reminded that we're
Revelio.
Everyone in Upper Hogsfield shudders when they see...
Who goes there?
Incendio!
I've seen more courage in a Porlock. Death from above!
Revelio!
Expulsor! This is not going well. Might want to look up. What have you done?
Revelio! The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio. Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Revelio. Revelio. And he must be here somewhere. Revelio.
You found
Aloha Mora.